St. Luke's has no interest in harassing Mr. Bundy. St. Luke's simply wants to collect.
Quiet. If I hear more, no, stop.
Sorry.
If I hear more outbursts, I'm clearing the courtroom. So keep it quiet.
St. Luke's has no interest in harassing Mr. Bundy. St. Luke's simply wants to collect.
Quiet. If I hear more, no, stop.
Sorry.
If I hear more outbursts, I'm clearing the courtroom. So keep it quiet.
St. Luke's has no interest in harassing Mr. Bundy. St. Luke's simply wants to collect.
Quiet. If I hear more, no, stop.
Sorry.
If I hear more outbursts, I'm clearing the courtroom. So keep it quiet.
St. Luke's has no interest in harassing Mr. Bundy. St. Luke's simply wants to collect.
Quiet. If I hear more, no, stop.
Sorry.
If I hear more outbursts, I'm clearing the courtroom. So keep it quiet.
We allege in the complaint that Bundy is involved in really a grift, that he's a conflict entrepreneur and he makes money out of marketing these controversies. We strongly believe that while there was a serious incident with this infant that desperately needed medical care, Bundy, Rodriguez, and PRN took that tragic circumstance and turned it into a money-making operation. They ginned up a false conspiracy. They marketed it aggressively. They continue to market it to this day. And we believe that the motivation behind all of it is money. And that's why we call it a grift.
The other wrinkle to this is in serving all of these papers, you guys have to use the sheriff's office, Gem County Sheriff's Office.
The first problem is, given Mr. Bundy's nature, there's only a small number of private process servers who are willing to take this on from the outset.
What do you mean his nature?
Well, the fact that he threatens and the fact that he doxes. So they're threatened by that, and also threatened by the fact that the man has a history of violent confrontation. We do believe Bundy is violent.
And I haven't responded one bit to them, and I have my reasons for not, and we talked about it if you're interested, but
Yeah.
I haven't responded. I just throw it right in the garbage. But then they have like servers that come here all the time, knocking on the door, serving papers. They have the Gem County Sheriff's Department coming here all the time, knocking, and now they're using FedEx to make deliveries. It's crazy. And I'm not exaggerating when I say this. This is one time to the mail. This happens multiple times a week.
There was this contempt hearing today in Ada County. Once again, Bundy didn't show up, and Judge Lynn Norton agreed there was enough to issue the warrant to bring him in and set his bail at $10,000.
Bundy did respond to a couple of questions today from us, though, after that warrant was issued. He told Brian that St. Luke's is using the courts to punish him for standing up for baby Cyrus and his family, saying, quote, "They don't want money, they want to destroy me." To which Eric Stidham responded, "This is about Bundy continuing to harass witnesses and parties in this lawsuit. They want Bundy held accountable for the damage and harm he's caused, and they say they want to expose his grift to a jury."
There's a myriad of reasons why Mr. Bundy needed to be served with process. Now, had he appeared or had he been willing to accept service, none of this would have been required.
Bundy told me in a phone call Thursday he's not showing up to hearings or responding because he can't afford to pay attorneys to represent him, and he can't defend himself against a powerful St. Luke's and their lawyers. Bundy feels the best way to, quote, logically mitigate damages is to allow them to get a quick default judgment, and he'll deal with the consequences. He thinks civil process servers would still come serve him if he chose to fight back. He says St. Luke's wants him to do something that'll be beneficial to them, which is for him to get upset. Bundy told me, quote, "I gave them that, and I wish I wouldn't have, but it still doesn't change the fact that they're harassing me."
He asked, why would St. Luke's and its attorneys not file a default judgment from the beginning if that's what they ultimately wanted, was his assets and for him to pay up? Why not just do this from the beginning? There's
also, to be candid, strategic reasons. I mean, we believe, and we've alleged in our pleadings, that this is a grift. A tragic situation regarding this infant was used by Mr. Bundy and the others in order to raise money, feed the beast that is the People's Rights Network financially, get the publicity, drive up membership in People's Rights Network. We believe that that cynical grift is what's behind all of this. And then connected to now, we believe the reason Mr. Bundy didn't appear is because he doesn't want the hood opened up on how this operation works.
you want to unveil his finances so you can expose what this protest was really, you believe, about in the first place.
Yes.
Hearing
Who makes this decision?
will be at 1 o'clock p.m.
Do you know who makes this decision?
Makes what decision?
That he has to go into state's custody.
Well, we have,
You have?
based on what the doctors have told us.
I can't, please.
Okay? We go off of what all the information we can get from doctors and all of
I
that. Okay?
can't. I'm not going to leave him. I'm not. I'm not.
This is how it's going to go. Okay?
No.
Okay.
So listen. Here's my thing. I understand you want to get him better. Why can't I be with him while you're doing the medical work? How am I in danger to him if I'm just watching and I'm with him?
Okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and go with just what I just told you. Okay?
So you're gonna
this
seek
is
him? No.
listen.
No, I
this
can't.
is what we're going to do. Okay?
Can you help me out here? Please.
My concern today is for him.
I know
Okay,
your
and
concern
making
is
sure
for
that
him,
he is
but I don't
safe.
cause him any harm by being with him. Okay, I'm his mother. And what you also understand is he has difficulty with proteins. He only takes breast milk.
Okay.
He needs me. He really needs me, okay? I really need your help.
Okay, like I told you, I'm not the lead detective on this, okay? So I'm here assisting. You need to give him to the EMT, and you can go on your merry way with your friends and your family who's out there.
That's not Mary at all.
Or I remove him from you and you go to jail.
No, she's going to jail.
Hi, this is Sergeant Lindley with Meridian Police. I got a message to give you a call. What can I do for you?
So this is Ammon Bundy,
Okay.
and I'm just going to cut to the chase. You better not take that baby. You better not take that baby.
Okay.
That is, I'm warning you, do not take that baby.
I'm not anywhere that I'm going to.
And you better get a hold of that situation. If you're in charge, you better tell your officers, and there's a whole bunch of them, at Garden City and 36th Street at the Chevron, that baby is not to be taken from their mother.
Get that baby back to their parents now. Get that baby back to his parents. Quickly.
Mr. Bundy,
Detective Services,
and if you have anything to do
I'm the watch commander. Would you come over here and talk to me?
I'll talk to you.
right to deal with that child.
We don't need to do it in private time.
No, that's fine. We can go over here. I just want to have a rational conversation about this without you screaming or yelling.
Well, believe me,
I understand.
Believe me, if it happened to you, if it was your grandchild or someone that you loved, and you know for sure that it was wrong.
Emotions get high.
Well,
I
it's wrong
understand.
what's going on.
Okay.
It's wrong.
And we believe that the motivation behind all of it is money. And that's why we call it a grift. I mean, we believe, and we've alleged in our pleadings, that this is a grift. A tragic situation regarding this infant was used by Mr. Bundy and the others in order to raise money, feed the beast that is the People's Rights Network financially, get the publicity, drive up membership in People's Rights Network. We believe that that cynical grift is what's behind all of this.
And in fact, this was actually very harmful to my campaign, and that I had to leave the campaign trail and, basically focus on helping my friends. The baby was still in custody. So, I mean, I don't know how I could emphasize enough that the statements that were just said by St. Luke's are just inaccurate. This was not motivated in any way for me to make money or for me to get elected. It's just not true at all. And I guess I just have to leave that up to your judgment. So thank you.
Okay, thank you.
There's a specific threat of immediate harm to the defendant or another person. In this case, that would be Cyrus, the baby. Okay. Clearly, Mr. Bundy believed that threat existed. I believe he is sincere when he says he believed that threat existed. Where it says there's a specific threat of immediate harm, Mr. Bundy believed that removing the child from the parents would cause harm to the child, medical harm.
To have somebody just lie and target a hospital based on this false narrative that an infant is sick or being abused. Think about all the people in that hospital who are put at risk. Think about all the people in that hospital that are being put at risk for this horrible business model that PRN and Mr. Bundy are continuing to pursue. That, I would suggest, is something you need to consider when you're considering deterrence. Because this can't be acceptable, I would suggest. It needs to be stopped. And you will deter him in a way that he hasn't been deterred yet, and that we believe will be effective. And that's in the pocketbook. This massive grift, this ugly machine he's built to make money and to radicalize people, that is a business. And we would suggest, if you believe it's appropriate, you think about the man and you think about the horrible nature of what he's building, and you figure out a way to end it. And I would just leave with the phrase that Mr. Bundy used for his own organization. He referred to PRN as being a den of rattlesnakes. That may be one of the true things he has said. That needs to be deterred. That needs to be stopped. Thank you.
Thank you.
In Mr. Foucher's demand to enter the Bundy home, he wrote, I am serving on you a notice that unilaterally schedules a visit by the appraiser and me to your house. Mr. Foucher, along with his clients, have been aggressively trying to make my family homeless. He is seeking to take our possessions in design to make my family destitute. Mr. Foucher is doing this because I criticize his clients for their participation in taking a baby from his loving and caring parents. Mr. Foucher has no shame. And for him to ask to personally come to my home is deplorable.
And who were subject to the harassment that this man put them through by going on all this alternative media platforms. We calculated 2.1 billion instances in which defamatory content was broadcast and pointed at my people.
So they tell you why you're arrested? For resisting obstructing? That's why you're under arrest today.
I promised him I want to let him go.
Well, you didn't really have a choice, so it doesn't make you a terrible parent. Right? Going forward, you just need to listen to what the hospital says, okay? Going forward, you just need to listen to what the hospital says, okay?